This is 97.9 WRMF Palm Beach.
So I printed it up here. The 21st century is the current century of our common era in accordance with the Gregorian calendar. It began January 1st, 2001, and will end December 31st, 2100, the first century of the third millennium.
Yeah.
Color me very, very shocked.
Wow.
That's the last shock.
We'll go ahead and hook my friend up there.
Gosh,
if
I
you
hate
would.
when I'm so dumb publicly.
Look at Kevin, how he rigged you into
Brought him right
riding the
in.
shock machine.
Smuggy Jedi mind trick.
The summer of rig.
Set the bait. Just yeah.
Nobody's safe because the rig just turned on the
I
pig.
just can't believe this. Are you kind of shocked too?
I am kind of shocked too.
all right.
Okay, hand the collar to Virginia too.
No, I'm not that shocked.
Oh, okay.
I can't. Everything I thought I knew.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Kevin, you have to be the executioner if it's on a 10. I can't. Here's the remote. You got to do it on the side.
Okay.
Side is how you raise it, and then Y is how you
What
give
is
him
it?
the jolt.
Oh, okay. I got you. All right. Okay.
Denny, did you were you thinking the same? Are you?
He's looking for kindred
I
spirits.
really am. I'm looking for dumb kindred spirit. Thank you, Virginia. She always has my back on that.
I do. I'm stand by. I stand with dumb.
It doesn't seem right. Y2K? I mean, all that?
Oh my gosh. What level is it at now?
Okay, what is this? It goes to 10, is that right? Okay. And then what is the executioner button?
I don't think we've ever played
Okay.
it.
Have we not?
Okay. All right. Yeah, so just...
Ah, go on! What? Come on!
I thought it would be better if you didn't know it was coming.
Dunkin' is the official coffee of the KVJ Show. America runs on Dunkin'. The KVJ Show is now live on 97.9 WRMF.
It's time to wake up and let the weirdness begin. It's the KVJ show to start your morning. Kevin is the host, and his skin pigment is whiter than Casper the Ghost. Virginia sounds like this. Nickname Vicious Bee, so don't get her pissed. It's Jason, call till you spaz. And they love to talk about Bigfoot and stats. So get ready, here we go. You're listening to 97.9 with the KVJ show.
Well, hello. Welcome to your Wednesday KVJ show. How y'all doing today? Good.
Hello.
Good seeing y'all.
Good to see you.
Great seeing you.
Wednesday. Happy hump day.
That's right. Here we go, getting through it. Just kind of cruising through to that beer fest coming up on Saturday. See a big thing we got going on this weekend. South Florida Fairgrounds Expo Center. Trying to figure out exactly what my strategy is going to be for that. I would be hosting a beer podcast starting off early. So if you're a beer aficionado and you want to learn about some of the best beers and kind of get the inside track, it's hard to keep up on all the breweries. Like 5 more opening up in South Florida just this month. So they're just all over the place. There's over 100 breweries now, I think, in South Florida. So if you love the craft beer game, and I try to stay on it. I have no idea what's even going on. So we'll be covering that in the podcast. So if you like any kind of craft beer, come check it out. We'll have everything you want on Saturday. I don't know that we're going to have White Claw.
You got me wanting to try this White Claw.
Did you see that White Claw video I sent you?
Yeah, it's pretty funny.
There's this millennial guy who is he's drinking White Claw and he is just popping off. And it is the funniest video. It's one of those quick edit, millennial videos that they do. And it's just hilarious.
He's kind of hitting every stereotype that it has because there's a lot of social status that goes around, White Claw now. It's it's so cool. It's like the Trulies is, if you have Trulies and you're not cool. And so it kind of hits on all that kind of stuff all the things that are out there about White Claw. Maybe we can put a little bit of it together.
It's
because
pretty
it's
funny.
yeah, it pretty much does.
It made me laugh out loud.
Yeah, and then you think, it's water. It's not going to do any damage, and then it does damage.
Oh,
So,
like
yeah.
Kevin said, it'll give you horns. Be careful.
It will. That's right. It's like Red Bull gives you wings, White Claw gives you horns. So there you go. So I don't believe we'll have that. But we will have a whiskey and bourbon tasting. So that has its own kind of horns that come with it. Yeah. So drink responsibly. Get your tickets now at PalmBeachSummerBeerFest.com.
Look at you listening to the KVJ Show on 97.9 WRMF. Lucky.
What are you thinking about? What are you thinking about? What's on your mind? Are you thinking about? What are you thinking about?
What you got in your mind today, Jay Bird?
So I know I always come in here. Since I've been on the microphone, there's always been issues with neighbors and all that stuff. There's always some kind of drama. And if you're listening to the program, you think, Bert, You're the problem. It's you. I swear to you, I really do mind my own business when I live.
I think you try to, but I think there's some kind of gravitational pull of crazy that the universe somehow it wants to bring crazy right to your doorstep.
I think a couple things do happen. I think because I'm on the show, there's a lot of stuff that I do. I bring a lot of weird stuff in. There's always costumes. There's always filming. There is always attention where I'm at. So I think you're right. I think I bring some of that on myself. Well, she's back. Remember the woman that got on me about the trash? That
you were dumping in her trash.
I was illegal dumping in her. Well, she's back. So yesterday, me and Dennys we were filming volume 2 of the stuff you can do free for the summer with your kids.
Yeah.
So you know where my new place is at. So I have all that grass area.
Yes.
And there's a lot of houses that can see what we're doing.
Yes.
And we figured out where she's at. She clearly has a window right where I'm at. I don't know if she listens to the show. I don't know if she's a busybody. So me and Dennys we're building forts for my toys. It's part of the video, so I'm doing some digging. Now, when I'm doing the digging, I'm putting the hole back. I'm not permanently leaving these holes all around. And by the way, I'm digging with a spoon, not even a shovel. So she walks up, we see her walking up, we're like, all right, what's this about? And she has this thing where she's friendly yet lectury. Hey guys, what are you doing? Kind of like real friendly. Oh, we're just
nothing, just digging holes to poop in.
It looks like rough to no good. I will say that. So I'm explaining to her, oh yeah, we're just doing a little video for our job, a little project. I don't go into any details really. She's like, oh, okay, well, hope you know, you're not allowed to dig. Digging's not allowed here, so I hope you make sure that you put all the dirt back in all the holes. Meanwhile, one hole from a spoon. She's all up in her grill talking about putting all the holes back, and she's like, well, just want to make sure you're doing it right. Those are against the rules. And then she walks away. It's like, lady.
He should have been like, we're digging a hole to bury you.
I know. And
where the spoon is. Take a while.
It's like, go find I guess
I'm
her hobby.
You are now her hobby because she has to look out her window and see you.
Okay.
And so you've given her a project. You've given her a purpose.
Is she?
Because obviously she doesn't got one.
Is she a woman that knows the show and she's messy? I don't think she does.
She probably doesn't. She probably is just one of those people, and every community that has them, they're like condo commandos. They've got nothing better going on. They just want to walk around and yell at people because it gives them purpose.
I will say that it is.
She's found her quest in life.
Yeah, you're giving her purpose.
If you live in an apartment complex or a townhouse area where everyone's on top of each other, there's rules and there's laws, I feel like you up the grade for people who want to just get involved and are nosy.
There are some people that thrive off of it. They love it. It gives them a reason. It gives them a charge.
But at my other place, I had another. We had. Remember those other ladies?
Every single apartment or condo I've ever lived in, there's been a few squirrely people that like drama and start trouble. It's going to be wherever you live. You can't live in a paradise where people just mind their own business.
You're right, especially something like that.
Not apartments, not condos, where you're on top of each other like ants. I think it makes people crazy.
I mean, don't you kind of have that too, Kev, where you're at? If something's going on in your front yard, don't people start to complain?
Well, yeah, we have a lady that is down the street, and she's really big on the parking situation. And if you park even on the street, she will come down. And it's kind of fun because my wife goes to extreme measures now to make sure that we are moving cars into the driveway. And so we're always having to shuffle around. Well, we got myself and, the mother-in-law and then, my wife's car. Luckily with the kids gone now, it's not like it used to be when they were in high school and friends would be over. It was chaotic.
But when the kids come home, I mean, it's got to be like 5 or 6 cars.
Yeah, and they're not home very often anymore.
Okay,
so she does the same.
It's 3 that we basically worry about. So we're not like we used to be. So the thing that we love now is seeing her go because we got 2 new neighbors and they're younger dudes in separate houses. And she is always walking down because they now have all their friends over and things are going on. And so she now has renewed purpose.
So she really
it's keeping her young.
She inserts herself, knocks on the door. She does all of that stuff.
She usually waits until she sees you outside and then will come down the street and find you.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
get a hobby.
She has a hobby.
That's her hobby.
I guess.
It gives her purpose. See, that's what it is. Like, she's got nothing going on. And if you've got nothing going on, you wither up and die.
And the thing that's
it's true.
This is self-preservation at its truest form.
There
this
is
gives
actually
her a
something
charge.
to it. Yeah, there's. I've known that. Just I love football, but in the coaching world, there's been a couple examples of coaches that one, when they quit, they were dead in 2 weeks, and others where they didn't want to quit or get fired because they knew they would if they did. So
yeah,
it's kind of a thing. You got to have something.
I mean, I laughed about it. I thought it would be funny to talk about because when she walks, it's such a great distance. Me and Dennys have a good 30-second conversation. Oh boy, what the hell is this about? And she's just looking at us as she's walking towards us.
Wow. Okay. What you got in your mind today, Virginia?
I had a dream, and it was so vivid. I was hoping, Jay Bird, I could tell you what happened in my dream, and then maybe you could analyze it and tell me what's going on here. Okay, so I'm in this like super fancy hotel / apartment, and I'm there visiting friends, and we're all like meeting up at this one unit, and then we're going to have dinner. So we all meet up, and everybody there is my friend except for this one guy. It's this one guy I don't like. I can't say his name, but you know him, and you know why I don't like him. So
okay.
No, it's obscure. I mean, he's not important. So he's there, but he's making me uncomfortable. And so we go to dinner. And now the dinner is on this boat that is docked at this fancy apartment / hotel building. So we all get on the boat, and one of my dearest friends is there, and there's like people that are working there, and there's people that are working on the boat. Like, it's a fancy boat. And so my one really good friend that I love, my friend Steven, he is the one who's supposed to be driving the boat. So he starts the boat up, and the boat begins going really, really fast. And then he gets sidetracked with a project, and he's like on his phone or something. But the boat is like going so fast. And I see this other boat that we pass, and on that boat is somebody that I know that just recently passed away. And so now that's in my head, and I'm like freaked out about like, why is that person on a boat that we're passing? And now the boat is barreling towards another boat that's docked on the shore. And right before it hits it, I realize I'm calling my friend. I'm yelling, Steven, we're going to crash. Stop the boat. He's not hearing me because the music is so loud.
Yeah.
So to save myself, I just jump overboard, and then the boat crashes, and everybody on the boat dies.
Yeah, this is easy. This is very, very easy. First of all, there's a lot of pressure right now with Rocco. You publicly have talked a lot about Rocco, and there's a pressure there that maybe you feel like you're not doing your job enough. You're trying to make sure this happens. You're trying to make sure Rocco's disciplined, but there's so many outside forces going on. You feel like just life is going so fast right now, and you are not giving 100%. Even though you may be, you feel like you're not giving 100% with Rocco. You also feel like your job and your career, it's going by fast. Contracts are coming up. All of this stuff is on your mind, and the friend passing away, seeing that is you saying, wait a minute, all of this outside stuff, the job, all of this worrying, if I don't slow down and if I don't say, hey, I got to make sure I am okay, my family's okay, my friends are okay, let them know all this other outside stuff doesn't matter. If I don't let them know how I feel and hit that reset button, I am going to be crashing and burning. And when it crashes, I'm going to be all alone in the water waiting by myself.
Okay. That was a lot.
That was a lot. Well, good heavens.
I feel like I'm still on the boat.
Yeah.
Sorry. I think there's some truth there, though.
Okay.
Subconsciously, you think you're not doing it right, and the pressure's getting to you.
Definitely.
And that boat is symbolizing your life. It's going so fast, and every decision you're making, you kind of feel like half of my heart decision. I should have been more involved with that, and it's crazy. When was the last time you talked to that friend that passed away?
right before he died.
Did you? Was there a relationship, or is there some guilt there that you didn't speak?
No, there's no guilt there, but today's the funeral.
Well, I mean, it all makes sense.
Well, you've kind of talked about it. I think a lot of times when you have dreams, it's your subconscious, it's at work, and you're trying to sort things out. That's what our brain is doing, is we're filing things and we're sorting out confusions and questions we have. And I think for you, it's the random nature of death. And there are people that are randomly dying. And so you have people on this
So
boat.
many. I'm freaked out.
Well, you've got a random assortment of people on the boat and people that are somewhat close. And I think in your mind, you're trying to sort out almost like who is next. And you see him passing where it's like he's on a different boat on a different course. Here you are with the living on this boat. And then you jump off because you feel like, okay, we are heading for definite death. It's kind of, I think, your own mind trying to reconcile death and your lack of control over it.
Really?
That's my thought.
I mean, Riggy's sort of right, I guess.
Maybe I need to go get a therapist because I am struggling with reconciling death. It is really, really hard for me.
Well, I think that's a lot of people. You're not alone in the boat with that one.
It's hard,
Well,
man.
yeah,
A lot of people do, and that's just it. We are all, it doesn't matter who you are.
I just think about it too much. Every time I'm by myself, every time I'm alone, it's all I can think about.
A couple things have happened. Think about your life. You lost a friend. Aunt Anne passed away, which was very much up in your face. You're at an age now where people are passing away. It makes you think about these things.
When did Aunt Anne die?
She died in April.
Okay, so March, April, May, and now July.
I've
had a friend die each of those months.
Well, I mean, that's all you've been immersed in is death. So it's going to be in your head.
It is so in my head.
That boat, though, represents life.
Jumping off? Am I abandoning everybody?
No, it also could be a cautionary tale. Sometimes dreams are that.
So with your black dresses, is it because you're in mourning, or is that just...
She's a witch.
Yeah.
She's a mourning witch.
No, I'm actually, they're slimming.
Okay, all right.
I'm all about
I didn't know
trying
if there's a tie-in to all this.
I want to look as small as possible.
Maybe Virginia's been in continual mourning here for years.
No.
Okay,
I
all
just,
right.
it's about not having a larger butt.
The thing that I thought was interesting yesterday, I was reading an article on Einstein and, his thoughts on God. And I thought the thing that was fascinating about it is they cited he and about 10 other brainiacs, brilliant men in history. And a lot of them were like going, I don't know. So I think that's kind of it. No matter how smart you are, I think we're all trying to reconcile. What the heck are we doing here on this planet? We don't know.
Vicious V, nobody has the answers, and we're all struggling with this. We just don't talk about it because it freaks us out. You should be on our Weird and Whatever podcast. We talk a lot about death.
It sounds uplifting.
No, it's honestly, I know it sounds depressing, but I don't feel like it is depressing. I think you can talk about death from a perspective that is a little bit peaceful, more spiritual than all of the doom and gloom.
Yes, that's where I want to get to, because all I can think about is, the final moments of when my friend died, and it's just in my head, and I can't stop thinking about it, and I just want to get past it. I just want to stop thinking about it.
Okay.
How do you do that?
I think you have to grieve. I think you got to feel it first of all. Feel it. Don't fight your feelings.
There's
Right.
stages, Virginia. Doesn't happen immediately. You don't flip a switch. That's life and emotion.
I kind of want to keep talking to you about this during commercial break.
I know they will.
I might start crying.
Here's a shoulder.
Oh, thanks.
Well, things you don't have control on. Heat. I've been talking a lot about people be like, does it feel hotter or is it just me? What is going on here?
It definitely feels hotter.
It
Kevin.
does. And I was like, okay, maybe it's just me. I don't know. Maybe I'm just turning into a bigger wimp than I already am. But no, it is the numbers, and I just keep always seeing that we broke record temperatures for this month and that month, and Anchorage is 90, and yeah, now I see nearly half of the U.S. population is going to be seeing temperatures of at least 95 degrees over the next 7 days. They say more than 70 million people are going to be under heat watches, warnings, or advisories in different parts of the country, so it's everywhere.
So this is the hottest planet Earth has ever been in recorded history.
I can't say that for sure. I don't
Okay.
know. I know since I've been on planet Earth, it's the hottest. That I know. That I know. It is crazy hot. It's insane. Oddly enough, I don't think South Florida is even necessarily the place where it's heating up the most. I look at our temperatures are 83. We do have the heat index issues, but I think I had seen where it's places like Anchorage, Alaska, that by percentage, the temperatures are increasing the most. And you're like, well, that's odd. So we're increasing, but we're not the worst. But thanks to climate change, they say Florida is going to be experiencing, quote, life-threatening heat by 2036. That'll be the date where people just be going outside and be like, it feels just
Flames.
Yes, just that's really going to be a big one. Feels a little warm, Mom. That's basically what it's going to be like. They say the number of the days the heat index above 100 is going to double by 2036. And days it feels like 105 degrees will quadruple. So on those days, I think around 4th of July, we had that heat index at about 105. It's going to feel like that pretty much throughout the entire summer in, the next 10 or so years. Now, they did this especially broken down for the Tampa Bay area, but they say they're going to be experiencing 123 days with the heat index above 100. Wow. So that is pretty much over a third of the year. That's what your temperatures are going to be like.
Would you rather have the sun it just scorches the earth to the point where we're not dying, but we are in the worst heat ever, or it goes the other way and it's freezing? It's like an ice age. What would be more depressing?
I don't know. I think the cold, right?
I think I could battle the cold better than the heat. I don't know.
I can. That's why I'm in South Florida.
Yeah. Maybe you should go north.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's what a lot of people come south for, is because the cold is just too much.
They say that on average, we have 30 days a year, or supposed to, where we had that heat index over 100. We're going to get to 123. So that obviously is a kind of a big difference of about 100 days. They say, obviously, if you're an outdoor worker, or this time of year, I was actually having this conversation with a mom whose son plays college football. And she's like, I'm just getting more and more worried every single year because you seem to always have a reported death or two from somewhere around the country of players who, because of heat and exhaustion, wind up dying. So it's just crazy. It's getting warmer, and if you were like me and you're like going, it feels warmer. Yes, it is getting a little bit warmer, and that's by how much?
It is. You can feel it through your clothes. It's like the sun's cutting your skin.
I know. It's very warm out there, so make sure that you are going on ahead and hydrating like you should.
Get the info on everything that's going on with us at kvjshow.com.
A couple updates from stuff that's on your mind. Virginia, I know just a second ago you're talking about the dream that you'd had. You're on a racing speedboat. A friend of yours is at the wheel. He's going so fast, but he's not paying attention because he's on his phone. And a friend of yours who recently passed was on a boat going beside. There's chaos. You just jump off the boat. You don't know what to do. It's an interesting breakdown. Mark in the chat room said that your friend that's driving the boat is the one you're nervous for. You're in fancy places and boats that represent you being at your best, but the friend that passed away is trying to warn you about the friend driving the boat. You're concerned about that friend in particular. There's something you want to bring up and talk to them about, but you've been biting your tongue on.
Nah, Mark is wrong. I disagree with him. And the reason why I disagree with Mark is because he was in the chat room disagreeing with me.
Mm-hmm. It's good strategy.
I mean, I take it all into consideration, guys.
I think we all hit on something. Mark,
Yes.
Kevin, and myself.
Absolutely. Everybody's got me over here thinking.
And an update from what was on your mind yesterday, Jay Bird. That DoorDash driver that was eating food, he has now been fired. He was the one who was eating a customer's food and helped himself to 2 of their ribs and some waffle fries.
I thought it was a woman. It was a dude?
Let me see. A man says he ordered 6 ribs from a local barbecue restaurant only to find that the driver had helped DoorDash. I didn't say. Sorry.
I'm pretty sure it's a woman.
It sounds like we got multiple offenders.
Oh, yeah. Well, it is. Good. They should be, but I think they should be arrested, not fired.
Yeah, herself. Yes, it was female. So she is fired. They
Book
did
her.
a quick investigation, apparently found out, yes, she was having little snacks.
How would you find that out in an investigation? I guess you just grill her?
Maybe she just,
She folded under questioning?
yeah.
Maybe, yeah.
Who knows? I don't know. Otherwise, what are they going to
Maybe
do? They're going to
went
wait
to
for
go
it to
talk
come out?
Maybe they went to go talk to her and she had like rib sauce on her cheek, a bone in her pocket.
She had rib breath. Yes, they're busted. Gotcha. Well, today is National Hot Dog Day. Do you love your hot dogs?
I get down with a hot dog.
They kind of gross me out.
I know, I
Especially when
know.
they're boiled. When I like a hot dog when it's cooked. It's got a little brown to it.
I do too. Nothing better than a grilled dog. But I just love a dog.
Yeah, they are good. I'll give it to you. I don't eat them often because of the content,
Just
but
the
yeah,
bun,
they can be
if
tasty.
it's soft bun, and then you've got the warm dog, and then cheese or onions, relish. Ugh.
There was a place in Lake Park called Blizzards and Burger, and it had the best hot dog ever. It would take the bun and they would butter the bun, and then they would grill it on the grill that had all the meat juice on it. So you have this buttered meat juice bun.
Buttered buns are delicious.
Oh my gosh! If you lived in Lake Park, you know what I'm talking about.
Crispy and buttery on the outside, soft and tender and doughy on the inside.
A lot of people don't butter their buns. Butter that bun.
Yeah. Doesn't seem like hot dogs are as popular as they used to be.
Yeah, a lot of people look down at hot dogs, and I get it.
They're gross.
If you know the story of how
Yeah.
they're made, we should all look down on hot dogs.
Pig butt and snout and organs. It's gnarly.
They just taste so good. Why do they taste so good if they're made so gross?
A lot of things that are Virginia.
Is a Vienna sausage technically a hot dog, but grosser, if that's possible?
I don't know, what is the difference between a hot dog and sausage?
I don't know. It sits on a shelf in a can for months, if not years. I'm not eating that.
Do people still
Meat
Yeah.
in a can is disgusting.
Meat that sits in water is gross.
That is so gross. I can't believe people still buy that.
It's got like that gel on it sometimes too that you find on Spam. I'm like,
Yeah,
what
that's
is
pretty
that?
gnarly. Yeah, I don't know all the technical variations of what makes compressed meat.
I've actually got Vienna sausage here in the studio because that was one of the things I was going to dip in the chocolate the other day for you. We didn't get to it.
Fondant, yes.
Fondant. So
Okay.
if you want to get into it, you let me know.
A little chocolate covered Vienna sausages.
That was my cut as a kid. I would take Vienna sausage and then I would scoop it in the relish and then just eat it. It was the grossest thing
That is a good
ever.
question though. Is a Vienna sausage a hot dog?
Don't know. Any hot dog experts here today?
Is it just a cut up hot dog?
Good question.
Never thought about it because I always look down at the Vienna sausage, but maybe it's just a hot dog in a can.
Well, I mean, the phone is going crazy, so clearly we have an answer.
Yep, let's get to it. Yep, burn it up. Burn it up. Today is also National Emoji Day. Today, I didn't know we needed to celebrate emojis, but apparently we do. And to celebrate, you're going to have some new emojis from Apple and Google. They're going to be coming out on devices, I guess a little bit later this year, but they made the announcement of exactly what they are. They're going to have interracial couples, same-sex couples, and people with disabilities. And there are also going to be some new food options for emojis coming out here by the end of the year. Waffles, falafel.
Okay, good. Falafels are good, by the way. I've been eating some falafel.
You have? Okay.
Yeah.
Garlic and butter are all going to be new emojis. They're going to be coming out.
Kind of like a garlic.
Yeah.
It's weak.
I don't know. A lot of people like garlic.
Yeah, I don't hate it.
They've also got some new animals, including the sloth. That's
He's
fun.
hot right now. Sloth is the new panda.
Yeah.
Everybody's at the sloth. Little koozies and
Yeah.
water bottles and stickers. The sloth is hot.
Flamingo's going to be new. Orangutan and skunk.
Why can't we get a Bigfoot? That is so.
There's no Bigfoot?
No, that would be such an easy one to do.
They should.
Everyone would know what it is.
Because they got an
Bigfoot,
alien,
They do
right?
have an alien.
Bigfoot's been hot for a minute. I'm surprised they don't have a Bigfoot.
Agreed.
Yeah. Is there an emoji that needs to be made that is glaring that they need to do other than Bigfoot that you can think of?
Yeah, there's some food items. I'm trying to go to because I remember me and Dennys were talking about this. How they don't have.
Do they have hot dog? Do you know if there's a hot dog
They
emoji?
there has to be.
I don't
So
know.
I know
if
they
Yes,
have
there
taco.
is.
yes, they do.
There
they have a hot
is?
dog. There's a cheeseburger. There's a taco.
Okay.
Now they have a sandwich that looks like a ham and cheese. I would like to see a grilled cheese represented.
Okay. Very nice. Any suggestions on that, you can let us know. Also, coming up here in just a couple of minutes, social media madness is driving us all crazy. People have been Instagramming this beautiful lake, not realizing, oh, wait, it's toxic. Well, happy National Hot Dog Day. Today is a day where you can celebrate, and if I guess you're going to eat a hot dog over the course of the next year, today would be the day to do it. Today or the 4th of July, either one seems to work.
Yeah, it's actually, I believe it's National Hot Dog Month, Kevin.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Okay, because they need a month to try to boost up those sagging sales.
Aw.
Yes. Yeah, they say for hot dog, Vienna sausage, to answer that question, the term means the same thing as hot dog or wiener. It's a type of sausage. It's basically the same as Vienna sausage. Their ingredients, taste, size, and method of preparation may vary depending upon the manufacturer and where they are sold. But it's probably a lot like, isn't champagne about a region, Virginia?
It is. So it's in France, and legitimately, you can't call yourself a champagne unless it's from there. Everything else is just sparkling wine.
Yes.
How bummed out would you be if a curse was put on you and the only thing you could ever eat ever again was Vienna sausage? That's the only thing you could eat. What a curse.
Just out of a can, anything.
That's all you can
I'm
eat.
so mad. Meat out of a can is gnarly.
And somebody pulled up a photo from the I Love Lake Park Facebook page.
Yes,
of
I
Blizzards and Burgers.
yes.
Yeah, somebody said every time I ride by the empty lot where Blizzards and Burgers was, after all these years, I'm surprised that nothing has ever been built there.
It's so weird to go on that I Love Lake Park Facebook page because they have all these old pictures from when I was a kid, even older pictures than that. It's bizarre to look at.
Well, there's a lot of crazy trends that are always going on. I mean, how many photos did you see yesterday of people that looked old? That face app thing?
Yes.
I mean, that was absolutely...
Everybody.
And it was yesterday. Like, I didn't really know about it before yesterday, and then all I saw all day yesterday was people's photos that had gone through this app that makes you look old.
We did it a few months ago.
I thought we did.
We did, but
We've done
all it takes is like a couple celebrities or athletes to do it, and then boom, it catches fire again.
We've done it twice, actually.
I thought so. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm like, I thought it didn't seem new, but it was everywhere yesterday for some reason.
It's not new; it's old.
I saw that.
Ironically,
It was between that and the retrograde is all I keep seeing on social media. Those two things.
and the full moon.
Yeah, and the full moon.
It is bright, boy.
It's so bright.
There's a difference when I got out and walked through my dark house this morning. I'm like, it's lighter than normal. It was really bright.
Moony.
Somebody sent a KVJ photo of us, our show photo, done through the old app. So there we go.
I don't want to look at it. It hurts too much.
Ooh, it's rough.
Who's gonna age the worst?
Oh, definitely me. It sucks.
Hold on, I gotta look
This
at
is
this
why I hate being a girl, because guys.
Virginia actually looks like a burn victim. I mean, that actually.
Oh, Kevin. Kevin looks the weirdest.
Let me see.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe we have to post that up. And yeah, I think Jaybird does look the best. He's actually Jaybird's already got an old man hat on, so it kind of works out.
Oh, I mean, clearly I look awful.
Yeah, like I said, yeah, it is not.
Kevin, you look like the dad from the Brady Bunch.
Okay. All right. I thought he was handsome.
Yeah.
I thought you looked like a old murderer.
Both of y'all look great.
Okay. Yeah, Virginia, you look terrible.
I look awful.
Yeah.
Brutal.
It's always the way, though. It's
Yeah.
not fair.
We'll post that up. Well, there's another challenge that is going on. I don't know, and I hope many people won't do this. It is a challenge where basically people are running naked and then they're jumping butt first into their cameras. I saw a little bit of this. I hope it doesn't catch on. It doesn't leave a lot to the imagination. You're pretty exposed. And they say a majority of the participants have been women, too. So it is definitely R-rated type of challenge that is going on.
It's skin, bare skin.
The people that I saw that were doing it are doing it, yes. I would think if you're going to do it, you should blur it out. I can't believe that you would want to put that up on social media anywhere.
So you run towards the camera facing it
You
naked?
put like the camera on your bed, what I'm seeing a lot of people doing, yeah, they're running at it naked and then they're just jumping in the air and landing on it. And it doesn't make a lot of sense.
Okay, so the camera's laying on the bed and they land on it with their butt first.
Yeah,
Interesting.
that was what I was seeing on that.
But it's called the butt camera challenge. I'm trying to find it. I want to see what this is about.
Okay.
Now he's into it.
The running bee hole challenge. Try that. I might help you out.
Oh, boy.
Where are you going to even see this at? What forum's going to allow it on there? You
I
can't
don't know.
expose
Yeah,
that.
It was posted up. I don't know if Reddit allows that kind of stuff or what, but yeah, it was an interesting forum.
I think Reddit allows everything.
Reddit is lawless.
Yeah, it is.
It's so stupid. Mm-hmm. I went on a Reddit thread the other day and started reading it, and I'm like, these people are morons. You can write anything you want, and it's under like a fake name.
Most of
All
it's
them-
fake.
Most of them are just somebody's got some agenda.
A lot of the times, I feel like people are writing almost borderline romance novels on there. They have all these scenarios, and the way it's written, it's too damn good for Reddit.
There's a girl fight going on, and somebody somebody went on Reddit and wrote all this stuff, and then they put my name in it, and I'm like, girl, you don't even know what you're talking about.
Your name?
Oh, yeah.
You're in a Reddit
drama?
Oh,
Wait
yeah.
a minute. We gotta find this.
Oh, we gotta.
Where is this?
Virginia's
at?
Reddit drama?
Oh, yeah. I basically called this girl out.
On Reddit?
Not on Reddit. I sent her a personal message on Instagram because I can sign my name to my stuff.
Oh, we got to drag that up. That's great stuff.
What? Where did this feud start? How?
On Instagram. So she's been harassing somebody that I love for months. She's a disgruntled former employee.
That worked here?
No, that worked with my friend. And so she's been going on social media with other screen names and harassing my friend on the DL, but it's not DL. It's perfectly obvious who's doing it. And so I called her out for it, and now it's caused this big thing.
Hold on. How did you call her out?
Virginia's always in a big thing.
I called her out hardcore.
On social media?
No, personal DM said, if you don't stop, I'm coming for you.
And what did she come back with?
She gave the message to Leo.
To our boss?
How are you just now telling her? You gotta email these ideas to Kevin.
I ask her. I'm like, will you tell me these things? I don't get anything. It's like you think Virginia's got this
I'm
quiet
telling
life.
you now.
I would have had this.
I know, but I'm like, it's.
I would have been texting this to Kevin as soon as it was going on. Kevin, you're not gonna believe what's going on. I'm in this fight with this person.
Yeah, I'm just now finding this out.
I'm telling you now.
Well, yeah, but tell me in advance. I can put it in the show.
So what did Leo say?
How
Did
do
he
you not think
approach
it's
you?
great material?
Leo just wrote back one line, and it says, social media, the race to the bottom.
Because somebody tried to do that with me with Leo. They tried to kick. I said something on Weird and Whatever, and they sent a message to Leo to say, I need to be off the air. Weird and Whatever should be shut down. I should be fired from KVJ.
Well, it sounds like we need to get Leo in here today to talk about all these complaints you guys are getting. I'm finding out I don't even know how many complaints Leo's getting about you guys.
Somebody tried to get me fired through Leo.
I had no idea.
I'm sure it happens every week, guys.
You're right.
If Leo told us every time somebody wrote him a complaint email, we would probably be clanked.
I don't think we realize how many complaints the front desk gets too, and they don't tell us because I'm just hearing some things about the daily routine about complaints from our show.
we need to dig up a little bit more here
I guess
from Virginia.
We've been protected.
Yeah. There's also some other social media insanity. You know, people want to find places where they can take cool-looking photos for Instagram. So
Yes.
if you're going to set anything up, you got to have a nice backdrop for people in their Instagram photos. And now people are going to some vacation places. They're saying that really don't have a lot to offer just because there's one great Instagram shot. There's kind of like these hot springs. I can't remember where they were. And they say that there's nothing to do there. But people are taking vacations there just to get one photo in these hot springs to make it look like they have this glamorous life. And then there's nothing else to do for the rest of their vacation. It's so dumb. And this is even more dumb. There's a lake in Siberia's largest city that's become very popular with Instagrammers who come out to swim and paddleboard and snap these photos. They got these turquoise blue waters, you know, kind of like what we do here in South Florida with the ocean, but ours are natural. Theirs is not. It's a man-made lake that is waste-filled with runoff chemicals from a nearby power plant.
Oh, no.
And the hue that you got there with the turquoise, it looks so beautiful. It's actually just calcium, salt, and metal oxide deposits. And the electrical company that runs the power plant is saying, hey, please don't touch the water. Now, it's not poisonous, but it will cause massive allergic reactions. So these Instagrammers,
Are people getting in it?
They're like, or they're on paddle boards, which, you know, if you've ever been on a paddle board, and I fall off them a lot.
You're going to get wet.
Right, you're going to get wet, and then you're going to come up with massive skin allergies.
You're going to be glowing.
And issues, yeah, so that's not going to look good on Instagram. No filter is going to take away a rash. So just to let you know, the idiocracy of humanity. All right, coming up here in just a couple of minutes, I believe we got another return of Baby Rocco. He's going to be coming up here. The Baby Rocco Match Game is going to be on the way.
Yeah, it's where we've bleeped out a word, and you have to tell us what is the word that's been bleeped out. You know, Baby Rocco, he's struggling with not dropping expletives. Mm-hmm. He struggles.
Yeah, he does.
He wants to curse so bad. In fact,
He wants to curse so
I think he
bad.
cursed on the KVJ show Snapchat because people sent me messages that Rocco was dropping F-bombs on the KVJ Snapchat.
That's right. He has taken over our KVJ Snapchat. He's the only one that does anything
wait, so
with
he
it.
took
He
over
loves
and
it.
he was-
He's taken over the entire KVJ Snapchat, and he goes, "Mom, I'm snapping my friends." He thinks he's on Snapchat.
Can we get that to Denny so he can bring me that audio bleeped here in a second?
Absolutely.
Okay, yeah. Why don't we try to track that down? I'd love to hear what that is.
Get the info on everything that's going on with us at kvjshow.com.
Well, apparently Rocco has taken over the KVJ Snapchat.
Yes. He loves it. He thinks he's snapping his friends, as he says.
Oh, that's what he says. Okay,
Yes.
so his friends is the KVJ audience,
Yes.
and that's his friends. Okay. So he's taken over, and somebody was getting a hold of us saying, you've got to check out the Snapchat. Do you know what Rocco's been putting up there? And what, he knows how to send it all up, and so
he
he's
does.
just putting up rogue videos?
He is. He's been doing it for a while.
Okay.
He can read, and it's really kind of fascinating, but he can find people's names and send specific people specific snaps.
Okay.
I don't know how he does it.
Okay, so apparently here he has put something up on the Snapchat. I guess, are we including this in our game? What did Rocco say? Is that what this is? Okay, so that's what we've got here. So if you want to play along with what did Rocco say, it is the Baby Rocco Match Game here. We've taken the clip and we've bleeped out the word, and you have to guess what the word is. That's what it is. We'll give you 3 chances to try to get one right. We have tickets for that, for your choice of Carly Rae Jepsen when she comes to Fillmore, Miami Beach, or Cirque du Soleil Corteo. 877-979-WRMF, 877-979-9763. We'll get to that. Now, I was talking about the heat as well, and it is getting warmer. It's just really crazy what they're talking about with the heat. Some alarming stuff that is going to be going on. In fact, the U.S. is dealing with it. They say nearly half is going to be seeing temps over 95 over the next week.
Oof.
And they say here in Florida, we're going to be experiencing life-threatening heat by 2036.
Okay.
So it is getting warmer all around the U.S. and the globe, and especially down in South Florida. And maybe that explains Jaybird's high electric bill. I think we're probably all suffering from it. The person I was talking to about the heat the other day was telling me that she had the highest bill for the month of July ever so far. And so I think a lot of people are seeing that. And you said you got hit with a bill, but you think that maybe there was a scam attached to yours.
Something was off. It said I owed almost $600 for the month of June. Yeah, I got my June bill.
Is there like a deposit there or something? Because sometimes if you pay late, this happened to me in my previous residence. You paid it late, so what they'll do is they'll charge you like a few $100 deposit, and then your bill on top of that, and it looks like just astronomical.
I have not paid late. I paid for all of this year. Everything's automatically taken out. So when I got my email saying you've just been, there was $580 taken out of my account for the month of July or June. So I called them up, and I'm talking to the woman, and she's like, yeah, there's just, you have that $380 charge, blah, blah, blah. And I go, okay, but what is, and she couldn't explain it to me. And I go, I don't understand why I had that. I go, why was my bill $200 last month and now it's almost $600 this month? This doesn't make any sense. She goes, let me put you on hold for a second. And she didn't have an answer for me. She goes, she's kind of pushing back a little bit. She cuts back on. She goes, yeah, I'm not really sure why you have that on your bill. I'm just going to take it off right now. But in fact, what I'll do is I'll just credit to you for next month. If I never would have called her, she would have just charged me $300 X amount of money that. Just the point of this story is make sure you're checking your bills. If you do the automatic pay, I always do automatic pay, but the $580 jumped out at me.
It should.
There was a $380 charge on there that she was going to take out. She could not explain why it was there. Then she apologized at the end after she pushed back. She goes, yeah, I really can't explain why it's there.
Maybe because you're new to that unit. Maybe the old person didn't pay their bill, and they were trying to stick it on you.
She said it had nothing to do with that. She could not explain it. She was saying, you owe this money, and then I go, but you're not explaining why. She got off of the thing, and then she says, well, we'll credit it to you. It seemed really odd. Dennys couldn't believe it either.
That is weird.
So just make sure you're checking your bills
Always.
on every little thing like that.
Oh, I check every penny.
If I wouldn't have checked that, I would have been out almost $400 and never would have known.
You got to check every penny. I check it every day.
There's so much stuff that they get all of us on because you have things that automatically will just renew. You're always having to check your credit card statements and everything to see what's going on.
If you go and you get new credit card numbers, though, or new accounts, and you close old ones,
Yeah.
that stops all that revolving stuff.
Yeah, that's true.
And you tell your bank, hey, I'm stopping all those old accounts and I'm starting this fresh because I don't want to keep paying on stuff I'm not using.
Oddly enough, getting drunk and leaving your credit card at random bars that you can't remember is very helpful to your financial status.
It can be, actually.
Yes. So just to let you know, that's my tip for the day.
What do you guys, I don't know if it's one of those questions you're not allowed to ask if it's too personal. What do you guys pay a month for your electric usually?
Not that. My bill is usually less than $200.
Really? Mine's always at least 200.
Mine's-
I'm a 62 man. I keep my air
No, I do
real
not.
low.
I'm very, very, I'm Satan with the thermostat. I will yell at you if you move it.
Okay, look, and you don't want to start a fight with Virginia.
No.
Just go to Instagram. You can see her work. You go to Snapchat, you can see Baby Rocco's work. He's actually 4. Still, I call him Baby Rocco. It's just tough. Every now and then want to call Magnolia Baby Magnolia because I'm just so used to it.
I know.
We're not babies anymore. So he's been taking over our Snapchat apparently a little bit. So we've got something from Snapchat that we're going to be adding into the Baby Rocco Match Game here today. If you can match up one of the words in 3 tries, then we're going to hook you up with your choice of tickets to go to Cirque du Soleil Corteo or Carly Rae Jepsen. We got Melissa on here from Lake Worth. Hello, Melissa.
Hi, guys.
How are you doing today?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. Okay, now here's what we've got. We've got a clip from Rocco here talking. Virginia's been working with him on his language. He's apparently getting a little bit better, but now we hear that he's going on to Snapchat, and I don't even know what he's putting up there. But somebody's saying that maybe there's some bad language on there. So we're working with this 4-year-old to try to clean his act up. So we bleeped out one of the words here. You got to tell us what is the word that we bleeped out, okay?
Okay.
Okay, here we go. This is our first clip from Baby Rocco. I believe this is the one from Snapchat.
I'll see what I do, and you see what I do, guys.
Okay. What is he doing? He sounds like
He seems like he's doing movie quotes.
What is he doing? He's doing a little role play in there?
He's doing like something. He's doing a character because he's doing this weird thing with his mouth.
Okay, so he's all right. He's acting here.
I'll see what I do, and you see what I do, guys.
Ers.
Okay.
Ers.
I
Okay.
think he's saying Snapchat.
You think he's saying Snapchat? Do you have any guess on this, Jaber? What you think Rocco might be saying?
I hope he's not saying what I think he's saying.
It is FCC friendly. You can't say this word on the radio.
I'm going to go say he's saying diapers.
Diapers. Okay.
I'll see what I do, and you see what I do, guys.
Okay. All right. Let's see what the actual word is here.
I'll see what I do, and you see what I do, suckers.
Suckers.
Suckers. Okay, that's what it was. That was the clip that people were talking about. He didn't have any F-bombs on Snapchat?
I don't
No
know. We
F-bombs?
haven't gone
Okay.
through all of them. There's a lot of posts.
Oh, he's put a lot of things up there. Okay.
Kevin, there's so many posts.
So many he posts, huh?
Yes.
Okay. All right, let's see if we can get more luck here with Melissa. This is our second clip. You got to try to match up what is the word that we bleeped out here in this Rocco clip.
I've been eating so much candy, now I'm gonna
I've been eating so much candy. What is it?
I've been eating so much candy, now I'm gonna
Okay.
I'm going to...
I've been eating so much candy, now I'm going to bleep. What do you think that is? What is he going to do? Apparently he's getting ready for a party here. I think that's what's going on. Rocco's getting ready for a party. Any guess? What do you think, Jay Bird?
I'm eating so much candy, I'm going to crap.
Okay. It might be crap. What do you think here, Melissa?
I think throw up.
Oh, good. That's
up.
what I bet you that's what it is.
That is a good guess.
I've been eating so much candy, now I'm gonna dance.
Okay.
Huh. Did not see that one coming.
Dance. Okay, that's an interesting little twist there.
I get it too. When I eat a lot of candy, I dance too.
Okay, what about this clip from Rocco? Let's try to match up the words.
Say to me again, you little
Okay, wait, hold on. What is this again? Let me see.
Say to me again, you little
Say that to me again, you little bleep.
You okay?
Say that again to me, you little bleep. What do you think he's saying here?
Sweetheart.
You little sweetheart.
I don't feel like it. I think I'm wrong though. I feel like sweetheart's way too long.
Okay.
Say to me again, you little
Oh, actually, I think I kind of heard a little bit on that one. What do you think it might be, Melissa? What is that word?
Oh, God, I have no idea. Little punk.
Little punk. Little punk.
Say to me again, you little kid.
Oh, okay. Kid on that one. All right, very nice. Okay, so at what point in a relationship do you need to make it exclusive? You got a buddy, Jaybird, you say, that is dating two different girls, and about a month in, and he's like, okay, do I have to make a choice at some point and cut one of them loose?
He's dating both of them, and he met them pretty much at the same time, and he likes both of them a lot, and he's getting anxiety because both of them want his time, and he's wondering, do I have to pick one sooner than later?
Is your friend?
It's not me. It's not
somebody we know.
I swear to you, it's not me.
Okay, gigolo.
It's not me. I swear on everything, it's not me. I swear to you.
Who you juggling?
I'm juggling nobody. I'm dating nobody, and I'm being 110% honest.
I think if you're honest with both girls and you tell them both, hey, I'm out there playing the field, you can still do it. But if either one of those girls think they're the only one, you got a problem.
I gave him some advice. I don't know if it was the right advice. So he has slept with one of them, okay? One he has not. I said, typically, if you're dating a few people and you're sleeping with one, that's probably your sign to maybe start going with that one. You should focus on the one you're sleeping with. And he's like, all right, dude, 1950 called, and he kind of made fun of me for that. But I would have anxiety dating that many people that want your time that much. I mean, I could juggling two that want to full on date you and that really likes you, and they both really like him, and he really likes them too. It's almost like Love Island.
You just need to make sure that the girls know that they're not the only one. As soon as you're sleeping with girls and they think they're the only one, that's where the problem is.
I agree. That's why.
And the girl that he's sleeping with probably thinks she's the only one, and that's really not fair.
That's exactly what I said. I said, as soon as if you're dating somebody after a few dates, and we're talking a month, and you slept with them, they're going to think you guys are an item now. So now I think you need to break up with the other one that you're not sleeping with. That was my advice.
On The Bachelorette, to be fair, Hannah B has been sleeping with multiple guys, and she hasn't said anything about it at all.
I know.
I think she only hooked up with one.
But he's only hooking up with him. I mean, he's doing the same thing.
Yeah, but, she didn't owe any kind of explanation to Luke P. And Luke P. was doing nothing but slut-shaming Hannah the other night when he was asking her, saying, look, if you're sleeping with somebody else, I don't want to be with you.
Well, then she told him, yeah, I was. Bye. And Luke is no longer one of her guys.
Yeah.
I don't know what's going to happen next week because, of course, there's a twist.
Well, and I told him, I said, you're having anxiety about this because you know you're starting to get into that shady territory where you got two people who really like you. You're sleeping with one. She's going to think you guys are an item. What's going to go on with the second one? You're going to sleep with her too. Now it's going to be so many more problems.
You need to tell him to do.
You got to be able to sample, right, to find out which one you like better. How do you know?
Did I get bad advice?
Tell him to do this trick. Okay, stand there with a coin, like he's ready to flip a coin. Heads is one chick, tails is the other chick. And right before he's going to flip that coin, his mind will be pulling for heads or tails, and that might be the moment when he realizes which one he really wants to be with. I've done that before, and I've been like, oh my gosh, I was pulling for one over the other.
So,
okay.
He told me that the one he slept with, he really likes her, but he really also
wants to sleep with the other one.
All right, so I'm just kind of curious. And some
He's like,
people,
I'm so intrigued by her. I'm like, you're intrigued because you didn't sleep with her
some
yet.
people
I
might
think he has
argue,
to sleep with the other one.
Some people might argue, saying, "How do you know which one you like better? You haven't slept with both of them." I know Hannah B would. So what do you do? How would most people handle this? You're dating two different people. You're 1 month in. You slept with one, not the other. Is it time to let everybody know what's going on? Or do you wait? How do you handle it from here?
Because my whole thing is, if you're dating multiple people, and this is just a personal thing, and I'm not judging people, I just know for me, if we're dating multiple people and you start sleeping with one of those people, I feel weird talking to other people when something gets that intimate.
Yeah, I'm just kind of curious what most people would say. In fact, we'll get some of your thoughts. We'll do a little poll here to find out how most people would answer this.
And maybe this will help Jay Bird's friend.
I swear to you, no, you got to stop that, because you're going to get an ex-girlfriend on my ass about something I didn't do, and I do not need that drama in the summer of Rig. It is not me. This is a friend. He doesn't live in the area.
Okay, look, you're yelling awful loud over there.
Because I know what's going to happen.
877-979-WRMF. You can call or text 877-979-9763. Let us know how you would handle this. So what is the right call? You've been dating 2 different girls for a month, and you have slept with one of them. When do you need to start telling both girls about each other, and what do you say?
Do you have to tell the other one that, look, I met somebody else, or do you just break it off?
I don't know. Every situation's different, and I don't want to tell the guy what to do.
Well,
but...
he's listening, so.
Hi, Jaybird's friend.
I swear.
I do have a feeling he is listening.
Well, you know it's not Jaybird because he's never listening.
Damn.
Hey,
I just got burned in the summer of
I'm getting burned left and right here. Yeah, it's interesting to see the chat.
Why are you stuttering?
Because I have a stutter problem. Thanks for bringing that up. And I have a list. Want to make fun of that too?
And you're nervous because you know your friend is you.
Seriously, you're going to get me mad because it's not me, and I've told you during commercial break that it's not me, and then somebody in my personal life is going to think it's me, and it's going to cause me a lot of grief. So please stop saying that.
Oh, take all the fun out of summer of
Yeah,
Rick.
take all the fun out, ruin your personal life. Yeah.
Somebody said in the chat room, Kevin, what kind of show are you running here? You got a witch threatening people on Reddit, a communist dirty pothead, and a womanizer working for you.
It's not me. I have to swear to you, it's not me. My God. This is what I'm talking
we're
about.
Gonna move on. Okay.
This is what I'm
It's not
talking
Jay
about.
Bird, it's his friend.
Good Lord.
All right, so
The room turns quick in the summer of Rig.
the number one response probably coming in from guys is this. Definitely you need to sleep with the other girl. You got to test drive both, but after that, then you got to choose one and make up your mind. But not before you've slept with both of them to see how the connection is. That, sadly, is the number one answer.
We're getting a lot of those comments.
Yeah, sex tiebreaker. That is the number one response at this point. That's what people are saying. How to handle this situation.
Do you tell the new girl that she's in a competition?
No, I don't think you do.
The old girl has already turned in her
Just
performance.
say, there's one in the wings. Let's see how you do. And begin. Yeah.
That's intense.
I couldn't imagine if I were in this situation that I would want to tell. I would just be like, okay, you need to become decisive. You're getting at a point where you're starting to head into waters where you might expect exclusivity. So you need to, at some point, and I would just cut it loose. I wouldn't necessarily say why. Be like, hey, I just want to be fair.
You don't have to give details, right? No
You
details.
don't.
No,
You don't have to give details. You just have to say, look, I'm sorry. I don't think it's working out.
But respectfully, when relations start coming up, then you need to probably start realizing it's about time to make a decision. Yes. Because you don't want to go run from one girl's place to the other girl's place in the same night. That's trashy.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. So there we go. That we can agree on, but everybody's like, well,
Everyone's saying try out. Oh, my gosh.
Sad to say that's our number one response for your friend. Jaybird loves Dennys. There's no doubt about that. I mean, they are as close as two straight men can be.
Yeah, he's 100% Rotten Tomatoes, this kid.
Is he the girl you're sleeping with?
Yes. That's the one I'm having. I'm sleeping with him and Kevin, and I'm torn.
Yes. Literally.
You want some ice? Because we know you're taking it.
Again, a lot of times you like to leave that illusion, but Virginia doesn't like leaving illusions.
Yeah, who put a nickel in you today?
Sorry.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I take it all back.
Do me a favor. Go fight with somebody on Facebook or in a bar.
Everything is dreamy about Dennys, but he has one major flaw. One flaw that is bothering Jaybird, and I even heard Dennys doing this yesterday, come to think of it.
Uh-oh.
I don't even know if he knows he's doing it, and then I tell him he's doing it, and he still continues to do it.
He won't stop it. He
Yeah,
can't
it's
help
weird.
himself.
He doesn't know he's doing it at first, and then I hit the brakes, man. What are you doing? Oh, my bad. And then he continues to do it.
He can't stop himself.
Just comes out.
What is it? What is it?
He has spoiled everything. He ruined Parks and I've been watching Parks and Recreation.
Yeah.
And
That's what I heard yesterday.
I'm on season 7. I'm almost done with the entire series, and he tells me the entire ending. I mean, just blah, 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 blah.
Yes, he did.
In
great detail.
I told him to stop, and did you hear him? He
did. He kept talking.
It was a weird thing.
In my defense, you've been watching that for 5 years. I thought you were done with it. I thought you were watching back through it.
No,
But you're right. I spoil a lot of stuff for you.
you spoil a lot. You spoiled Big Brother for me the other
Yeah,
night.
that's true.
That's just his
So
thing,
I get
huh?
excited. Like I get excited about talking about it, and I just blow the ending for
So
people.
M. Night Shyamalan's got this trilogy that's been out for, the course of 12 years, and the third installment finally dropped. Denny's watches it. I was so excited to watch it, and he tells me the whole entire ending. He ruined the trilogy.
You love? I thought I had seen it by now. You love Shyamalan.
I do love Shyamalan.
You're right. I spoil so many. Like
I gotta call you out, dog.
You're not allowed to watch Big Brother, Denny's, because we don't need you spoiling that too.
Him and Kevin. Kevin does this thing spoiler light. He doesn't realize he's doing it, but he does.
Oh, he knows what he's doing. It's the Summer of Rig.
You're right. Damn it, he got me again.
In fact, I like to find out what Jaybird's watching just so I can go find out. I don't watch it myself.
Don't you spoil that Love Island for me. It's on 3 days.
You're
ago.
safe.
it's got a big twist at the end.
Only thing he won't spoil is Love Island and The Bachelorette.
That show, Love Island's on 3 times a week.
Oh, I know. There's so many of these shows. There's a lot of stuff that, oh my gosh, there's so much bad TV on. Virginia and I are on opposite ends of the spectrum of what we like
Completely.
because I think she probably would love all of it.
I'm not watching what you watch, History Channel. It's lame and boring.
I'm actually kind of shocked you haven't gotten on the Love Island train. It's just your game.
It is my game, but I just don't have time. I normally don't watch The Bachelorette. I signed off many years ago, but I'm back in it because of Tyler, the local Jupiter kid.
Okay.
So I'm pulling for him, so I'm watching Bachelorette. I can't do Bachelorette and Love Island. It's too much.
I hear you. I've got Love Island and The Hills I'm involved with right now.
And I got Big Brother.
Big Brother's
Big
you're
Brother's good.
Kevin, between Love Island and Big Brother, that's 6 times. That's 3 times a week.
What
Big
a
Brother.
waste. Oh my gosh. I can't even. It gives me anxiety to hear about these terrible shows and how much of your time it takes up. It really does. Tell me, would you guys watch this? Somebody put this on my radar. This new TLC series called Smothered. Smothered. It's a small S, capital M, because it's really mothered, and they work mothered into smothered, which is the name of the show. It follows 4 mother-daughter duos who take their bonds to the extreme.
So me and my mom are extremely alike. We like super girly things. We like attention. Things that we do that other moms and daughters don't do together is party together, go out together, club together. And when I was old enough, we got our boobs done together.
Ugh, okay.
We go to the gynecologist together.
What?
She's a reflection of me. I'm a reflection of her. If my kook is disgusting, that's her reflection.
We're going to Vegas.
So excited about that.
And you're sure friends are going to be okay with me going?
Of course, Mom, you're my bestie.
I hate it so much that I
Why
can't.
are we so soft talking? Yeah, you're my bestie.
So but this is what I do see a good bit of. This is a mom who wants to rage with her younger daughter and her friends, and you're seeing this more. My generation, when I grew up, never saw this.
No.
Now this is a new thing where so often you see moms partying with their 20-year-old daughters.
I hate that clip so much. I cannot wait to watch it.
That's what I saw something. What a terrible show.
He's setting his DVR right now.
Oh,
I have
gosh.
to see it.
I will hate watch the hell out of that thing.
Would you ever go and get your boobs done or go to the gyno with your mom, Virginia? Is that weird, or is that the new reality?
I don't know. I mean, I wouldn't, because me and my mom just didn't have that kind of a relationship.
Well, now I think it's like a badge of honor if moms can say that they're besties with their daughter and they fit right in with their clique and be like, I'm just part of her squad.
Oh, God.
I think that's really what a lot of moms are aiming for today. That's what they want to be.
It makes me cringe because it's kind of like Regina George's mom from Mean Girls.
Yeah.
It's kind of, I'm cool. I'm not a regular mom. I'm a cool mom. It just kind of makes me cringe.
Yeah.
I don't want to be that. I don't want to be a cool mom.
There was a cool mom back in high school, and she ended up hooking up with somebody when they turned 20.
One of your friends' friends?
Yeah, it was.
Do I know him?
You do not know him, but you definitely know some other people involved. I'll tell you the details. But yeah, it was the same kind of thing. The mom would always throw parties.
Was she hot?
She was pretty good looking for the scenario that we're talking about. she definitely was good looking enough. And she'd buy the cake for people. People would be in high school, and she would buy the cake for them. The cool mom. And then
was it a drunk hookup or a sober hookup?
I think they were partying, and I think they ended up doing the hibbity dibbity.
Okay, so it was a drunk hookup.
I wasn't there, but I'd assume.
Yeah, it's kind of weird. I think it depends upon the perspective you look at it. When I was younger, I used to think it was kind of cool if, like, you'd have a mom or a dad that would party, and go, yeah, their parents are so awesome. Now
well, you've talked about Tam and Little Tam or something, didn't you?
Yeah,
Like
that was a different scenario.
A mother-daughter combo. Ooh.
Yeah, they used to hang out back in Logan. But yeah, I don't know. It is kind of odd. Somebody who watched the show, Danielle, said, yeah, Smothered has some crazy people on there. Like, there's truly sick people. One mom is a sociopath. So they find all these crazy mother-daughter combos where they're just each other's besties, and they party and they do all this crazy stuff together, and they just bring out the worst in people.
I dated him 2 months ago, Mom. It's your turn now. Okay, great.
It wouldn't be fun if they weren't bat poop crazy.
No, I agree, and that's what's going to make a good show. But, I mean, are we getting to that point where you would be, I'm done with him, Mom. Go ahead. He's all yours. And
guarantee you
that's where it's got to stop, right? I mean, partying's one thing, going to the gyno, getting your boobs done together, but
sharing dudes, yeah.
That's
I mean, either or. If you're the dad and the son that's hooking up with the same girl, or if it's the mom and the daughter
There's
hooking up
nowhere on
with the
planet
same...
Earth where that should be like in the norm, right?
Absolutely not.
Guarantee you someone listening right now has had that happen before. They've lived it.
Okay, I want you to make a statement right here today, Virginia. You are about 7 years away from this. When she becomes 21, will you be partying with Mags?
Well, okay. On her 21st birthday, I've told her I'm going to take her to Vegas, and she can have her first cocktail there.
At age 21?
At age 21 in Vegas. But, I mean, I don't want to hang out with her and her friends. I don't think that I'm like one of the girls.
Are you sure you're not going to be on Smothered season 8?
Damn it, maybe I am. Huh, I don't know.
Because if she's out there, are you going to get her the drink and then you're going to go on your way by yourself in your little squad and she's going to go with her squad? Or are you going to like, girls, let's all party together?
I don't know.
Let's mix squads.
Now you're making me think maybe I'm Regina George's mom.
Yeah, where's this going to be?
And you think you feel old now. I mean, 7 years from now, you're going to feel real old.
Oh, so dead. So tired. Foot in the grave.
With the cocktail in the hand.
Yeah, Danielle said also, too, on this Smother, it's not even necessarily about partying. One 30-year-old's mom is making her break up with her boyfriend so it can just be them together.
Oh, that's creepy.
She's, like, jealous of her boyfriends because it takes too much time away from her daughter. Yeah, that's kind of crazy. And somebody said that Smothered is so bad it's actually good. Unbelievable relationships. Isn't that what that reality TV is?
It is.
Yeah. And also, Jaybird, just want to let you know, has some nerve to call people out for spoiling shows when he said something about Game of Thrones the other day that spoiled it for me.
It was
literally the worst thing you could have spoiled about that show.
It was not the other day. It was about 2.5 months ago, and I'm very sorry. You're right.
Jaybird calling everybody out.
Yeah. We're all hypocrites on the microphone. You know that.
That's true.
Uh-huh.
Get the info on everything that's going on with us at kvjshow.com.
Oh, yeah. Here we go. The Florida headline match game. 4 tickets to the Palm Beach Summer Beer Fest coming up on Saturday. These are actual headlines coming from stories here right in Florida. You just got to tell me what is the word that belongs in the blank. We got Cameron on here from Boynton Beach. What's up, Cameron?
Hey, what's going on, man?
How you doing, brother?
How you doing?
Okay. I'm going to have Virginia and Jaybird help you out here so you can get their thoughts on what the answer might be. Okay, here's the headline. Police arrested a Florida man for climbing on top of a playground structure and lecturing kids on blank. Okay. What belongs in the blank? Is it A, bullying, B, eating their boogers, or C, where babies came from? What do you think the answer is?
Clearly C. It's weird. It's odd. That's why the police were probably called.
You think so? Virginia, what do you think?
I hope it was bullying.
You're hoping it was bullying.
Hey, but think about it, though. It's Florida.
Oh, come on, dude. Don't be telling the birds and the bees to kids at the playground.
Okay. Cameron, what do you think it is? Is it A, B, or C here?
I want to say it's C.
Got to go with C. He wants to say it's C. I want to say it's C, where babies come from. Yes.
Okay.
That is, police arrested a Florida man for climbing on top of a playground structure and lecturing kids on where babies came from. And if I remember right, he had many face tats
Oh,
from the
jeez.
mugshot. Yes. Definitely an interesting story there. Okay, he's 1 for 1. Good start here. Next up, Florida cop claims Burger King put dirt on his food. Investigation reveals it was blank.
Oh, I hope it's not poop.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Is that even an option?
That is option A.
Oh, poo is an option?
Yes.
Oh, wait a minute. What are the other options? Because I think there might even be something worse.
Oh, yeah?
Well, yeah.
Okay. All right. Yes. Who? I think you know what option B is, right?
Semen. Yeah, okay.
Oh.
I think it's B then.
Or is it C, seasoning?
It's definitely not seasoning. There's no way it's seasoning. I think it's B, Virginia.
I hope it's seasoning. I'm saying seasoning.
You're saying seasoning. Okay.
It's definitely B.
Florida cop claims Burger King put dirt on his food. Investigation reveals it was blank. Is it A, B, or C? Cameron, what do you think here?
I'm going to go with B.
Gonna go with B, C.
Like I have to whisper it.
It's tough.
It's tough.
I don't know.
This better not, I better be wrong on this one.
Jaybird, you are wrong. It is seasoning.
Oh, good.
Yeah, so the cop made a big deal out of this story. He's like, they put dirt on my food. And they're like, no, dude, it's the seasoning.
Oh, how embarrassing.
Yeah. He thought he busted him. He made a big to-do about it. Oh, yeah, I'm putting Burger King on blast.
That's when you tiptoe out of the restaurant backwards.
And they're like, dog, it's seasoning.
That's the best scenario that could have been.
Yes. Okay, here we go. This is number 3 in the Florida headline match game, a real headline from the state of Florida. The city of Lake Worth warned its residents about blank. Was it A, rabid iguanas, B, horny peacocks, or C, zombies? What do you think it is? What do you got to look out for in the city of Lake Worth?
I think all of those could apply on any given day.
Are people really afraid of horny peacocks? Yeah, I guess that'd be pretty horrifying.
Have you ever been chased by a peacock? My girlfriend used to live by where a peacock nest was, and she got chased by a peacock.
Terrifying, isn't it?
Terrifying, she said.
But are they just running amok in Lake Worth?
And are they horny?
I don't know. It's a big question.
What was the first? It might be the iguana.
Yeah.
I'm locking in with iguana.
We're going iguana.
Okay. All right, Cameron, what do you think the answer is here? A, B, or C?
I'm going with A.
Gonna go with A. Rabid iguanas. The city of Lake Worth warned its residents about.
What?
No, it's C. Zombies.
Zombies?
What?
What?
What? Yeah, they actually issued one of those push alerts that warned people about zombies, and it was a big story because they're like, what are you guys doing?
Is it a joke?
I think it was supposed to be a joke that actually got sent out.
out.
Yeah, I know. You should worry about rabid iguanas. I don't know if they can get rabies or not. I don't know. We know peacocks can get horny.
Yeah, I mean, should we worry about these peacocks?
Yeah,
and
I know.
And where are they?
They're unfortunately warning us about zombies when you're right. Rabid iguanas or horny peacocks might be more of a real immediate threat.
I'm looking up horny peacocks to see if this is a thing. Was that Kevin Trickery?
Yeah, I made that up.
Okay, all right. So horny peacocks aren't even a thing.
No, well, you can look up the city of Lake Worth warned its residents about zombies, and that one will pop up.
They are horny peacocks. I just looked it up.
Good to know. All right, final one here. Florida headline match game. What belongs in the blank here? Security officer fired for uploading his blank to Instagram.
I mean, isn't the answer always dong?
You would think. I'm locking it in with Virginia.
You can't go wrong if you answer dong.
Okay. All right.
I don't even need to hear the other options. That's how confident we are.
That's all he wants.
That's it. Just stop at A, you think?
Just stop at dong.
All right. Well, for the sake of the game, I got to give you the other options here.
Okay, all right.
A is dong. B is lunch. And maybe they don't want you to do that when you're supposed to be watching for crime. Or is it C, farts?
Oh, farts. I think it is farts. There was a guy that got busted for showcasing his farts on video.
Paul Flart.
Yeah, it's definitely. You know what, Kevin? We changed our answer. double downing
So wait,
on
I
farts.
thought you just want to stop at dong.
No, we want to continue with
I know
farts.
that's your motto, but
We can't decide if we want dong or farts.
Give us farts, Kevin.
This is so the KVJ show.
Cameron, what do you think the answer is? A, B, or C?
It is C.
It is C, farts.
Farts.
You are correct. Yeah! That's an impressive round there, Cameron. That is a very impressive round. You definitely deserve a beer or 12 for that. You got tickets to join us on Saturday at the Palm Beach Summer Beer Fest, okay?
I appreciate that. Thank you so much.
Absolutely. Going to be going down at the South Florida Fairgrounds Expo Center, 1 to 6 p.m. Tickets on sale at palmbeachsummerbeerfest.com. I don't want to do this story. I don't want to do it.
It's a Kardashian story, isn't
No,
it?
it's not.
It's worse?
Not. It's worse.
It's worse?
Yeah. It's bad. It's bad. People in the chat room are already saying, I hope Kevin's doing this story today.
Oh, I think I know. It's already making my special area feel weird.
I don't want to do it.
Don't do it. I think you have to, though.
I got to.
Yeah.
It is the definition of whacked out news, and guess what? It happened in Florida.
Oh, no, backyard.
Ah, jeez. All right. It is the awful story I don't want to talk about from Florida. That is leading off the whacked out news coming up next on the KVJ show.
There's a lot of dumbass criminals to talk about, baby. It's the whacked out news. People breaking the law. Ha ha, fighting in the nude. Ha, drunk people pooping in the street. Ha ha, it's the whacked out news. So many people on meth.
Oh, yeah. I got to say, I'm not sure I'm thrilled to have to report this story to you today, but it is definitely what whacked out news is all about, and it did happen here in the state of Florida, unfortunately, and people are already requesting in the chat room, so I guess I'm obligated. Happened in the town of Bell, Florida. Luckily not near us, but still in the state. Guy there apparently broke into the home of his wife's lover.
Oh, boy.
And Virginia, he had a utensil with him.
Did he pull a Lorena Bobbitt?
Yes, he did. Snip, snip.
Oh,
He went in with
my
scissors.
gosh.
With scissors, man.
How did
Yeah.
was the guy like sleeping?
I believe so. The guy also brought a gun with him, pointed at him, threatened to kill him. Then he tied him up and then went to work.
Oh, that's how he did it. That is horrifying.
The husband was charged with aggravated assault, armed battery, and false imprisonment. And I know the next question you have, we don't know if it was able to be reattached.
Jeez.
Oh, my gosh.
Oh my gosh. Yes.
Shouldn't that be more than just aggravated assault?
I feel like that should be attempted murder.
Aren't you more than just aggravated if some guy just cut off your dong?
More than aggravated, yes.
You could
more
die
than
from
aggravated.
that. You can bleed out. Isn't that not attempted murder?
I would, if I were a judge, I would go for it. I'd be, yeah, okay. You won me over.
Dang.
That's why I don't cheat, though. Bad things happen.
Well, I know a lot of people like to get racy and do it in exciting places. Sometimes you've got to be careful. There was a couple that went onto a 9-story balcony in St. Petersburg, Russia. There was a party going on, and apparently they had some libations and thought it was going to be really racy and exciting. It was until they fell off the balcony. This is the amazing thing, is apparently he just bounced right back up and staggered back into the party.
9 stories?
9 stories. I don't know how that exactly happened, and I think it did because he broke his fall with her.
Oh, no.
Yes.
And she passed away?
She did not get back up and go into the party, but apparently he was pretty much unfazed. All right, let's keep this thing going.
Oh, my God.
He had no idea it happened. Like he felt.
I think he died. I don't know. I don't know how wasted he was. I don't know if it was because of the alcohol that he decided to go back in and party with the friends or what, but they're like, hey, where's your date? What date?
Oh, my gosh. That's horrific.
They said a TV had also been thrown off the balcony, so.
Oh, these people were wild.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, this is
that is insane.
Insane-o party.
Oh, my gosh.
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to think about that later today, Kevin.
Yeah,
that is going to stay with me.
In fact, this entire whacked out news is probably going to stay with me.
It is a sticky one today, isn't it?
I can't tell if people are joking or not in the chat room. To go back to that first story with the scissors.
What do you want to go back to?
They're saying that the guy that cut it took the dong away from
Took
him.
it with him when he left?
Took it with him.
Really? He was like running a relay race?
Like a trophy?
I can't confirm or deny, but that's what the chat room. There's murmurs of the guy taking the dong and then leaving.
Well, if you want to make sure they can't reattach it.
I will tell you, I don't have any updated details, and it is a mystery about what happened next. Like I said, I don't know that it was reattached, so it is possible.
I mean,
that would add to it. If
it would.
Yeah, if he took it and ran, that is kind of odd. Yeah, wow. All right.
Go on and take the penis and run.
Dang.
That's rough. That's rough.
Do you say anything to a guy you see running down the street with that in his hand?
Nope.
Or you just...
I go my other way.
Yep.
You don't get involved in that.
I might even call off sick from work.
Yeah.
I got a feeling today's not going to be a good day to be outside.
Agreed. I stay home and I eat.
Yeah.
This is where Mercury in retrograde wins.
Wow. Okay. Did you see the photo of the guy that got busted trying to smuggle drugs from Colombia to Spain last month? Well, a lot of people will take the drugs and they'll hide it like in their tuchus or something like that. Some will swallow it. This guy said, I got a better idea. You know what? I wear a wig. Fake old toupee. I'm just going to take the drugs and put them right under my wig. They'll never think to look there.
I just feel like it's a bad move.
It was a bad move.
It
the picture.
raised his hair about 8 inches up off his head.
It's ridiculous. It's like, what are you doing?
It is ridiculous. First of all, it's not even a good hairpiece. It really doesn't even match the hair underneath. And then it's raised about 8. He looks like a cone head. It's completely, it's laughable. It's unbelievable. It's a bag of $33,500 worth of cocaine.
Oh my goodness.
I mean, it's a lot of blow, and there's no doubt he's got something under his fake hair.
I mean, there's no doubt.
There's no doubt. It's the worst smuggle job in the history of drug running. If you have a Hall of Fame for that somewhere, probably in Medellin, you need to put this guy right there in the Hall of Fame for the worst smuggle attempt ever of cocaine.
It kind of made his wig look like a man bun.
Yeah.
It's like a bad fake man
But he's
bun.
like
awful.
60, so it's way past the man bun age. Well, it's an interesting assault. Assault by Bagel Bites happened at a Dollar Tree in Arkansas. Guy stole a box. On Sunday, the manager said, hey, don't take off of them Bagel Bites. He said, oh, yeah? Whapa, whapa, whapa. Started beating him with the Bagel Bites he just stole.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, so assault by Bagel Bites.
I think Bagel Bites have changed up their recipe way better than it used to be.
Really?
They're pretty darn good. Yeah, right now I fully support Bagel Bites.
Okay. Well,
I'm sure they're happy to have your endorsement. It does carry some power.
I'm sorry that I derailed your...
no, that's okay.
I love talking
It's good to
food.
know. Yeah, I mean, Bagel Bites. All right, there you go. If you need an endorsee, here's your guy. You obviously need some good publicity after that beatdown. There's a guy in Ohio, apparently very warm after his arrest, so he called 911 for the back of the cop car because it was too hot and he wanted to turn down the AC. Request denied. Family in Texas was taking a picture earlier this week when a woman photobombed them and flashed her boobs.
Aww.
The family actually is not thrilled. In fact, they're very upset, and they're now spreading the picture around to try to identify the woman. It's everywhere, and yes, she clearly is pulling out her boob right there in the back of the family.
I mean, do you really care? You're trying to find this
I think
boob.
it's funny.
No, I think it's hilarious that she did it, and I understand that you're annoyed in the moment, but to keep it going, you have to find the woman now.
And just crop her out and get over it.
Doesn't that happen a lot? I mean, are we really in our society? So, I mean, okay, Virginia, you ever had a boob pop out someplace in public?
Absolutely. Much as I drank, yes.
Do you remember specifically where a boob popped out, or does it just happen when you wear a certain article of
I
clothing?
mean, you guys were with me one of the times we were at the rum bar.
Yeah, no, her boob pops out a lot. There's at least 4 times that your boob has popped out, either at a snack pack show or at a...
Guess what? I'm not sorry.
Okay, yeah.
No one thinks you are.
I'm kind of curious how many ladies have had this happen and where did it happen? You ever been out in public somewhere and your boob just popped out? Boing, hey, what do you know? There it is.
Sometimes they have a mind of their own and they're looking for a little sunlight and freedom.
Yeah.
You had that one story, that one guy, the kid was at school and his penis popped out of his shorts because they were so
He wore short shorts, yeah.
That's...
He was going through puberty and A breeze came by.
That's horrifying.
Oh, poor guy.
That is a poor guy.
As an adult, you can handle it a little bit better than you can handle it as a kid. I feel bad for a kid.
Yeah, I hear you. Okay, well, boo popping out stories. We'll get to those here in a minute. 877-979-9763. There's also a video on Twitter going viral right now. Somebody on a plane operating the video touchscreen monitor in front of their seat with their bare feet. You can actually see them swiping through to decide what movie to watch. And in case you're wondering, they're not disabled or anything. They were just too lazy to use their hands. They wanted to use their feet instead. There's a guy in Bradenton that offered to pay a panhandler $15 an hour to do yard work, but he refused. So the guy goes home, makes his own sign shaming the panhandler for it. It said, I offered him $15 an hour to do yard work for me, and he refused. If we as a community stop paying them, they will leave our neighborhood. Then he followed the guy around to let other people know what had happened.
Yeah, he stood there. Every place the guy tried to panhandle, he held his sign up, and then nobody gave him money, and he went away.
Okay, you think that was a good move then? You applaud him and his efforts?
I mean, it seems like a lot of work.
It does seem like a lot of work.
I don't have the time.
You got a sign and a lot of time. You're right. I'm probably not going to be into that.
This is 97.9 WRMF Palm Beach.
I don't know how some women are not concerned. I'm very concerned. But I can't really say anything. I've noticed this with my daughter and some of her friends. They wear these tops that as a dad makes me nervous. The top doesn't, I guess, allow you, or for some reason there's not a bra underneath. And the tops are loose. And I am just on edge the entire time. I'm like, oh my goodness.
Flimsy, baggy, like...
Yes.
Tiny too.
I know.
It's a weird combination because it's different. When we were growing up, like in the 80s, the style was like big and baggy clothes. Mm-hmm. So my mom was never like, oh, you can't wear that, because it looked like I was wearing a burlap sack.
I just feel like I need to be ready to pounce to cover. Like I want to have a cloth napkin with me at all times and just be like, I'm going to be cover up guy. Let's not have this happen.
You might want to stay out of the project.
And it makes me nervous, and I can't, because we're all like at a table together. I'm like, oh please, let's just not have any kind of like accidents happening here. What are we doing? What are we doing, ladies? Do we want it to happen? Because there are breezes that come up that just woof. I mean, hey, they can surprise you.
Tiny tops that are so baggy and flimsy.
So are we having a lot of these issues where just boobs are popping out right and left? You know, this is another one too here, because you notice a lot of these when you go out to a little Sunday brunch. The ladies come out with these loose tops, no bras, and then they knock down 10 gallons of that over orange juiced and sugary mimosa. And then they don't know what they're doing. And here we go. It's just a bad, lethal combination. Mike's on here from Fort Lauderdale. You actually saw this happen on Las Olas, Mike?
Yes, I did.
Okay, what went down?
Well, we went to Louis Bossi's, a restaurant on Las Olas.
Oh, yeah.
And we were waiting to be seated. Our waiter walked us to the back. And my buddy's dad turns around to me, and he's like, dude, look down and to the right. And I look over, and there's a table full of, young, good-looking chick, 21. Mm-hmm. And the one sitting at the head of the table had her right boob was just hanging out. Like,
just
the
out?
whole thing out. And, yeah, the whole thing, like, just the top that she was wearing, like you were saying, had no bra.
Yeah.
And none of her friends, I guess, noticed, because she was just talking to all of them. But then, like, after 30 seconds, finally she grabbed it. Like, someone must have told her, and it just happened.
Yeah, it does just happen.
30 seconds.
I look at this. I don't know if it's my worldly experience, my concern being a dad, and these are, either my daughter or her friends. But yeah, it just seems very reckless, and I'm not a fan of it. I know, Dad, you got to shut up and sit down, but I'm just sitting there nervously at the table, just hoping that this kind of situation doesn't happen that Mike's describing.
Question.
Yes.
If you are a dude and no one else is saying anything, are you allowed to tell the woman, hey, your boob is hanging out? Or
I don't know.
Are you considering, you're trying to help her out, but then some people might think you're trying to be creepy.
I don't know. Exactly.
If your boob, we have a different relationship because I know you, but if your boob was hanging out, I'd be like, Virginia, you have to look down.
If your friend's boob is hanging out, male or female, you tell them. If a female's boob is hanging out and you're a male and you don't know them, I'd be really careful.
I don't know what to do, and I've had this almost exact situation that he's talking about. In fact, Louis Bossy hanging there. It's very brunchy, Virginia. Louis Bossy.
Louis Bossy just makes your boobs come out?
I don't know what it is, but that's where all, like, if you're 20 and you're like, I want to wear that top that's loose and no bra, then I'm going to go Louis, and I'm going to have the leather mimosas. Bottomless, of course. And it happens, and I'm sitting at the table, I'm like, I don't know. Okay, if this happens, what would you do? I think my answer is I would act like, oh, I had no idea, because I can't spring in there. My own daughter, I would probably be like, hey, Caitlin, something like that.
Right, because you know her.
Yes, it's my daughter. And I'm like, yes, okay. I would not try to be overly jumpy. I would just be like,
right.
Okay, I'm on a Greyhound bus, and it's just me and
things have gone really wrong.
And another woman, and her boob pops up, and I can see it. Do I not? I just ignore.
You look the other way, out the window, take in the scenery. You don't say nothing. I don't think. Don't get involved.
Don't get involved.
Do not get involved.
Okay, what if it is there at the table, and what I've been wondering is, my daughter's friend, so I've known for a very long time. And I almost feel like I'm kind of like almost a dad by proximity of some of these ladies. Do I just, if they're in that situation, I don't say a thing? Or am I like, or do I ping it to Caitlin and be like,
there you go.
Yeah, ping it to Caitlin or say nothing.
Okay.
That's why I did the whole Greyhound scenario.
You get up, you go find the bathroom, you go do something. You go find a TV. I don't think you make a big deal of it.
If there's other women around, you tell the other women, hey, blah, blah, blah. But if there's no other women around and you see this poor girl with her boob out, do you just let her die a terrible, embarrassing?
She'll figure it out. It's going to be worse for her if you, as a stranger or another man, tells her.
Okay, what if I'm across the restaurant? I just go, hey, boobs hanging out. Just letting you know, no big deal. That's not creepy?
I would let her figure it out. I'm sorry. I don't know. I don't think it can go good for you.
Why?
Because
I just want to know. I understand, but
it makes it more embarrassing for her.
Yeah.
If she looks down and sees it and then tucks it back in and she looks around and no one's staring at her, she's like, phew, nobody saw. But if a guy points it out to her, it's probably 10 times more mortifying.
We're going 90 seconds deep. No one's saying anything. It's just flopping like a flounder. What do you...
Fish boobs. Mm-hmm. You made her sound real hot.
Yeah.
I still would not say anything to her as a man, just because I don't want to make the embarrassment worse.
Okay.
Let one of her friends tell her. Let her feel the breeze.
Yeah. I'm just wondering, why are we wearing these tops? I know I'm sounding like a dad here. I get it, but I'm just, why are we, because you are testing fate.
You are.
I mean, you are really testing fate, because I'm like, sometimes I'm just like, how is that not flying open right now? It has to at some point.
The tops are so tiny.
Yeah, somebody texted in and said, I had just had a breast reduction. They were a little perky. I didn't have to wear a bra with my summer dress, and I ended up flashing my friend's grandpa.
Oh,
I mean,
my gosh, Grandpa about had a heart attack.
You could kill people.
But he loved it.
I mean,
but it seems like this is, it's got to be happening a lot.
It's got to be happening at record numbers, because if you see the shirts, you know what's going to happen.
Yeah, I know.
Add mimosas.
Odds, exactly.
It's
the brunch top. It's like the official brunch wear of South Florida.
Oh, I would be such a sloppy chick. My boobs would always be accidentally out. I'd be spilling stuff on them.
We know, Lana.
Johnny's on here from Fort Lauderdale. Yes, Johnny, you say you used to work for Carnival Cruises, and this was a frequent occurrence.
Well, sometimes on the shifts, yeah, definitely.
What kind of situations were you seeing boobs popping out? Was it around the pool area, or was it other times, and was it alcohol that was the big factor?
I mean, sometimes it would be like if they had bottomless drinks, in the morning, like brunch, like they said, and then a lot of times actually on the dance club, because people would just be so wasted on the dance club.
Just dancing it out.
Mm-hmm.
Moves that you haven't busted out in quite a few years. You're getting slower. Your boobs are getting bigger. It's a bad combination.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get you. Okay. But, there's a chance that you're going to wind up in this situation one way or the other, depending upon who you are, and you might just want to be ready with how you're going to handle it. There are some suggestions here. Somebody said that, if you're a guy and there's a boob hanging out, you just gaze fondly. You don't stare. You just glance.
Just glance. Don't stare.
Okay.
No, I don't think that's the way to do it.
Somebody else said, I say make a joke about it and then hit on her.
Oh, gosh.
Okay, that's another way to handle it. And somebody else said, guys, you're being ridiculous. I mean, come on. It's like, it's just a boob. It's not a big deal. Just, let her know, no matter who she is, and just go about your business.
That's kind of how I feel about it, too. There's a way to not be creepy about it.
Don't get involved, Bird.
I always get involved.
Do not get involved.
Always involved.
I'm telling you, this is the smart way. Things can't go wrong if you just look the other way and leave the situation. And when you get involved, that's when things go wrong.
I remember you did that prank on me. We were interviewing that one woman, and you worked it out to where her boob was going to fall out during the interview. And
yes.
Oh, my gosh. You weren't in the studio, Virginia. You had to leave and do something. I was mortified for this poor girl. And then she started to fake cry. And I'm like, oh, my, do I hug her? Do I console her? What do I do?
Do I help her tuck it back in?
No, I was visibly shook it off my game. I thought she was crying during the interview. Meanwhile, she worked for Playboy.
And it was a prank set up by the rig master.
It was.
Master.
Oh, man, that was a good one.
Working again. Somebody else texted in and said, Kevin needs to be quiet. If he is responsible for just one woman rethinking this type of wardrobe, he's going to be pissing off a ton of men. This should be a mandatory dress code. Well, go out to Louis Bossi's for brunch on Sunday, and you will see a lot of it.
Your decision-making skills are on point. You're listening to the KVJ Show on 97.9 WRMF.
He's taking photos of them last night. He was putting up some more of his toy art on his Instagram.
Oh, well, thank you for looking at that. Did you like and comment?
I did. I checked. Well, I didn't comment. I checked it out.
Friends, my ass.
I did take that. And I was just kind of curious because the one thing that I really was kind of wondering was something like that. Because there's actually, I believe, even in the 40-year-old version, there's a scene where he's, got his little, his toys, his figures, whatever, and he's kind of like dusting the case and all that stuff. But it's all putting up this illusion that these are the things that are keeping this guy from getting any action. But I know how Jaybird is and how the ladies love his quirky sensibilities.
Oh, they love it.
And I'm like, okay, so is Jaybird more likely to get action because he's posting up his Star Wars toy battles on Instagram or less? And I kind of think the verdict has got to be more, right?
Yeah, the only people that hate on me about the toy stuff is usually older people that don't get it. Like you in Virginia. I think people don't care about dorky hobbies. I mean,
I think it will actually attract girls that also share in your Star Wars dorky stuff. I think it'll actually make them like you more.
I would never want to be with somebody that would legit not want to be with me because I like toys. And take pictures of my toys. If you're that kind of person, we don't belong together.
I think that the lines are blurring a little bit there are a lot of like adult kids, and whether it be, video games, which tons of adults play, or even toys. Somebody had posted, because it's up on our Facebook too, a photo of her husband's toy room, and he's got, you should see this.
It is.
I don't know if you've seen this, but my goodness, you talk about Star Wars. I think he's got you beat and by a lot.
Big time. No, there are so many big dogs on the internet that they flaunt their G.I. Joes and their Star Wars, and I look at them and awe. And it's so funny. You always talk about how there's kings and celebrities in every little world that you're into.
Yeah.
There are guys on YouTube that have their own toy channel. You guys would never know who they are, but if I saw them out at Publix, I would lose my crap. Oh my gosh, it's the guy that does the G.I. Joe blog.
And we probably all have something dorky.
We do.
If you really looked at it and broke it down, you'd be like going, okay, this is definitely lessening my chances on getting laid. I remember when I had my dog in Flyball, and he's jumping over hurdles, and there are other people, like these middle-aged people that are dressed in uniforms, that I'm out there. I'm like going, if I did not have a significant other right now, there's zero chance I could get laid if I'm telling like anybody about so I have my dog, and we race, and he jumps over hurdles, and gets a tennis ball in his mouth, they'd be like, wait, what?
Yeah, I think there's something to be said about all this. Like the 40-year-old virgin you bring up.
Yeah.
He didn't have a lot of other stuff going on. He was so clueless in every aspect of anything.
Okay.
And then the toys really kind of highlighted that.
Would you say, could every person nail down one thing that they have in their life, and probably unashamedly, they don't care, but it definitely is detracting on your chances of getting action?
Oh, yeah, I'm sure.
Fly ball, Star Wars toy art. What is your thing?
I don't know, man. Y'all hate
That's
on
why I was
that.
wondering. I'm like,
That's
is
good,
it
man.
increasing or decreasing your odds? I think for you and this whole thing that you've got, your persona, I think girls probably seeing that going, oh, yeah.
Oh my God, he's so fun. He
Yeah.
is just
I love it. He's like a
so
big kid.
sweet and innocent. I want to corrupt him.
Yeah.
Oh, I want to play with his toys.
Yeah.
Corrupt me. Just don't try to fix me.
Okay.
This is the KVJ Show on 97.9 WRMF.
Boy, the conversations we have during commercials.
Kevin.
Boy.
The more you know, do, do, do. And the star just shot over my head.
Well, the one that I think really probably the statement that stuck with me is Jaybird said, your guy's sex game is stuck in the 90s. And I'm like, okay, I just, probably. I guess that's it. I'm hearing what apparently is very normal today, and I'm like, wow.
Especially you, Wrongston. You might be stuck in 89. I don't know. I don't even know if you get to the 90s.
Yeah, wow.
Did you do better work in the 80s or 90s? 90s.
Oh, the 90s.
90s,
No,
yeah.
I mean, come on. Give me the 90s at least.
Radio
Please.
Kev.
You're right.
Yeah.
Radio Kev made it happen.
You're right.
Please give me that was a good decade for me.
I believe that 90s Radio Kev had a real nice run.
Yeah, but things have changed, apparently.
The well is dry.
Wow. Okay. Learning.
Oh, pumpkin. Bless Kevin's heart.
I just want to do a survey for what you told us and see if that's real.
All
He
right.
said it was 50%. I don't know.
That's just crazy to me.
Maybe we'll find out. We'll talk about it on the After the Show podcast.
Yeah.
And maybe we can get some feedback on it then.
I need to know.
Is Jaybird stat? Is it right? Are we really stuck in the 90s, or is Jaybird wrong? Could it be? I'd hate to say he's ever wrong about anything about, love making.
The ladies.
Yeah.
Get out of here. You guys act like...
I hate to say.
It's so
I hate
ridiculous.
to say yes.
Well, you're out there. You're in the game. You're in the trenches.
I am the only... Well, no, Suits is single, too. We're the only ones in the single world. I think Suits is single. I haven't talked to him in a while.
Is Suits single? Is he got anything
he's
going
single.
on?
I will say Suits is single, but if he's not, he's definitely not going to let you guys know, especially Virginia, I think. I think he's learning. He doesn't want his personal stuff on the air.
That's boring.
I know, right?
If Suits has a girlfriend, we need to know about this.
I don't
and
think-
if you hold out, you're part of the problem.
I don't think he has a girlfriend. I really don't. But I think my boy's out there trying to meet some people.
Good. He should.
He should.
He's got it going on.
Okay. Well, if your sex game is stuck in the 50s, this actually might be good for you. Does it seem a little late to be coming out with an Elvis fragrance? I mean...
What?
Yes, apparently they're going to be coming out with an Elvis fragrance. And they say they're coming out with it soon. You better come out with it real soon, because how many Elvis fans are still alive?
Yeah, I mean, I know people do love Elvis. My mom does.
Is
but
anyone asking for this? Is
but-
anyone saying, why don't we have an Elvis fragrance? Wait, what?
Kevin's right, though. We are approaching a time where Elvis people are dying off.
Who is asking for this? Like, and what does it smell like? Because when I'm thinking the fragrance of Elvis, I'm thinking it smells probably like, and probably the best thing I come up with is bananas and peanut butter. That's probably the best thing I come up with. Peanut butter and nanner sandwiches. That was what I used to like to eat. That, to me, would be the Elvis scent. I don't even know what it smells like. Or maybe it smells like sweaty bacon. I don't know.
Ooh.
To me, that would probably be the Elvis fragrance. But, for me in the photos, I see a lot more of is when he was doing the Vegas lounge act and he's wearing the jumpsuits and he was clearly packing down, a couple loaves of peanut butter and nanner sandwiches a day.
And he did all that while being a black belt in karate, because that was real. I mean, I think he got his black belt in 2 weeks.
on YouTube?
Yeah.
You got a lot of balls.
I never-
8-point blocking system.
I'm glad you remember my defensive technique, 8-point blocking system.
Yeah, so I was just like, I don't know. Of all the marketing things that seem to be askew, who sat down and be going, yeah, you know what? We really need an Elvis fragrance.
The kids are clamoring for some Elvis. They need it.
How about that Betty White fragrance? Are we coming out with that? I mean, is that going to be happening anytime soon?
Yeah, it just seems odd. Maybe it's a cash grab. Maybe somebody needs money.
I know it's very un-American to say this, but I've never been a huge Elvis fan.
No, I haven't
90%
either.
of his music, I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
blue suede shoes.
Jailhouse Rock is like, ugh.
Jailhouse Rock.
I'm like,
The worst. The worst. I hate
is
Jailhouse
this?
Rock. Such a crappy song.
Terrible. Yeah, these celebrity fragrances, I guess they just, they try to make them flowery or they try to like have them fit their personality because probably in a lot of cases you wouldn't want the fragrance to actually smell like probably what the celebrity smells like because it'd be a bad idea.
Well, usually the celebrity pushing the fragrance is actually living.
Yeah.
So that's why this is weird.
Yeah, maybe it just smells like death.
I don't want to smell
Would you like to smell like
dead
Elvis? Now?
I mean, what does the Pit Bull cologne smell like? Is that they always sell it at the front of Bell's, that store, and it's always on sale. So I don't.
You should spray it on yourself.
It's in the box. I would. You'd have to open or buy it.
Yeah. To me, I don't know why. It seems to me like it'd smell like a Cuban sandwich.
Okay.
Ham and pickles. I don't know. That would be my scent for Pitbull.
It's been at Bell's for so long. I don't think they're moving units.
If Mama June had a fragrance, what would it smell like?
Oh, sadness. Ugh.
I think it would be cheese balls.
Stale cheese balls.
Stale cheese balls.
Yes.
I think that would be like a Mama June fragrance.
Now the cheese ball, like the chip in the chip aisle, or a real
Flanders cheese ball, the old school cheese ball.
Fat Kevin, did you like those?
I love them.
those were the best.
I'd wax a 10 every time I sat down.
You put them in your mouth and let them just. You could
Let
suck
them dissolve.
You could suck them dry.
They would dissolve in your mouth. That was the weirdest thing.
Yeah.
My favorite thing to do is take the cheese ball, put so many cheese balls in my mouth, and then drink soda and let the soda just dissolve all the cheese balls.
Oh, yeah.
I can't imagine why we have dental problems.
Yeah. I think we talked about Kid Rock. That would definitely be probably bologna sandwiches.
Yeah.
Smell like America.
Bologna and anger.
Yeah.
A little bit of
He has a little bit of both.
angsty.
Or maybe a little bit of gunpowder. I think there'd probably be an
Gunpowder,
essence of gunpowder and bologna.
Sweat
Yeah.
in your face.
Gene Simmons.
Ugh, he smells like
I think
sweaty
it's
leather.
It's like Fromunda.
It does.
Fromunda
It
cheese.
smells like Fromunda.
Yes.
And he's confident about it. He's like, yeah, you like my stink, don't you?
Yeah.
Ugh. Gosh, I can't
That's the scent of man sex.
This is man pudding.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Gene's rough.
He's
just
gross.
even to listen to.
He's gross.
Yeah.
And he has a sex tape. And that is horrifying because I've watched it.
It's just the confidence with that guy.
Ugh,
Yeah.
He's gross.
Whoopi Goldberg, what does her fragrance smell like?
So every time you bring up Whoopi Goldberg, I always think about the spritzing.
I know it's what you think about because you always bring it up.
I can't get away from it.
You made me eat eggs,
Runny eggs.
runny eggs, into the bathroom while I watch Whoopi
In a
Goldberg.
porta potty. You gotta eat a plate of runny eggs in a porta potty while listening to Whoopi Goldberg talk about spritzing and peanut pants.
What a bizarre bit that was.
I love it.
Oh my god. That was so odd.
Welcome to my mind. Welcome to my mind. Before we go to the After the Show podcast, Jaybird, would you wrap us all up with a thought for the day?
Yes, I will, old friend. Yes, I will.
Don't call me old.
Sometimes when you're in a dark place, you think you've been buried, but actually, you've been planted.
Okay. Semantics.
Want to find the KVJ Show on social media? Just search KVJ Show on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Simple, huh?